So, did you receive a scary email from your bank yesterday or today asking you if you really, really needed your PPP loan? And were they suggesting that you might want to return the money if you really, really, really don't need it? Were you wondering why you might have got this email? Well, here, let me explain. In the past few weeks, you may have noticed, you may remember, a number of large companies have faced a lot of criticism for taking PPP money that was clearly designed for small businesses. And the SBA, yes, the Small Business Administration, just issued guidance yesterday that put these big businesses on notice. So, in the original PPP application, the SBA asked borrowers to certify that the current, quote, the current economic uncertainty makes this loan request necessary, end quote. Well, now the SBA is stating that borrowers must make this certification in good faith, taking into account their current business activity and their ability to access other sources of liquidity. Well, so what's this mean? So for example, well, it's unlikely that a large publicly traded company or a investor-backed company with substantial market value and access to capital markets could really make the certification in good faith just because they have a small subsidiary that technically qualifies for PPP funding. After all, public companies and investor-backed companies have much more access to capital that, frankly, small businesses don't have. So, what's the SBA going to do about this? Well, they stated that any PPP loans greater than $2 million will face additional scrutiny. So, what's this mean for your business? Well, three things actually. Number one, if you received a PPP loan greater than $2 million, you should be prepared to demonstrate to the SBA upon request the basis for your certification. So, documentation is key here. Number two, regardless of the size of your loan, whether it's a $2 million loan or a $20,000 loan, it's prudent to have documentation that clearly supports your assertion that the current economic environment and the current economic conditions made your loan necessary. Listen, guys, I've been saying this for weeks that the certifications and representations you make when you take this loan are real. This isn't free, use it all helicopter money, and it comes with strings attached. This is an example of the strings that are attached to this money. Third, rules change. And when you're the government and when you pass a law in record time, there are ambiguities, and the government has the ability to change the rules as they go. And so if you're not on top of those changing rules, what we call guidance in the industry, you might inadvertently be exposing your company to liability and risk that you have no idea you're even doing. So listen, me and my team, we're on top of these changing rules, and we're literally on conference calls with the SBA on a daily basis to stay on top of this. If you find yourself a bit overwhelmed by these rules and want some assurance that you're spending your PPP funds correctly and you're maximizing your loan forgiveness to the greatest extent as legally permissible, me and my team would love to find a way to help you. Please reach out.